Morning.
Hey, morning, man.
Oh, God.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah,
Sweet.
perfect. Awesome. All right. So yeah, we're just basically going to be talking about, casual conversation basically about starting off. I'll introduce you, that kind of thing.
Sweet.
I'm going to turn this in just a hair more. There we go. Okay, good. Might move up just a hair. All right. So I got the title in. I got starting from zero and scaling to 500,000. Should I change that?
So, I mean, for accuracy, the 500K was what I made in, I guess, combined in the last 2 years before embarking on this third year. So,
Got it.
yeah,
So
if you want,
250,000 then
yeah, if you
in a
want,
year. Because you've done
yeah,
in 1 year, you've done like 250,000.
right, just under 250K is what we did our first year.
Got it. That's awesome. And then last year was your first year.
Last year we broke 300K. So
That's
no,
right.
first year was 2021, all of 2021, and then our second
That's
year was
right.
all of 2020, 22.
Okay. All right, sweet. Well, we'll do it. We'll kick it off. Everything looks good though. Camera looks good. Yours is good. Sweet.
My audio's fine.
Yeah, yours audio is fine. Good to go. All right, so I'm gonna hit go live and then it'll take a minute and then I'll tell you when we're live. I go on my Facebook because you can't see the comments on Zoom,
Okay.
but I can on my thing. So we'll go ahead and kick it off. All right, let's see if this works. All right, all right. So we are live now. Now I'm gonna make sure real quick on my page. Yep, we are live. What is going on, Facebook land? All right, cool. So I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. Good deal. So we got Isaiah Moody with the Seattle branch with us today. What is up, brother?
Good morning, Pat. How you doing?
Doing well, man. So yeah, we got a jam-packed little show for you today. Isaiah, crazy story how we met. And you're doing amazing things out there in Seattle, Washington. And you've been bringing the fire, man, to the team. It's been amazing. So what we'll do is we'll kick it off for everybody. We're gonna get some viewers on here, but we'll kind of start off with your story, kind of like how we met. And then I would say like the key things you kind of put in place, if you will, starting off, that really made you scale quickly in your first year. I mean, your first year, you almost did 250,000, which is amazing, not knowing anything about the industry. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your background and then, let's talk about kind of how we met.
Yeah, sounds good. So, I'm 31 years old. My wife and I, we met back in high school a long time ago, and we had children at a really young age. So kind of just jumped right into the workforce, getting busy. Didn't really have a lot of experience with businesses, but the entire time I was working, I always wanted to run a business of my own. To fast forward, 2020 happens. A lot of things going on in the economy, in the marketplace, in the employment world, in people's personal lives, and it really opened up a lot of opportunities for people to make changes. And that was one of the changes that I went ahead and made, is just looking for an opportunity to work for myself. And again, not knowing anything about this industry, I actually reached out to my uncle, Michael Clayton, who lives in Florida, and he had started Green Tiger soft washing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, about 8 years prior to me talking to him about this opportunity, and he was going to start a Tampa branch. So I just on a whim flew out there. I showed up at his doorstep, and I just took notes on everything that he was doing, and the idea was at that time that I was going to come out here and bring a green tiger Seattle. And so that was pretty much what I was getting ready for. And then he had sent me a picture of a truck that was being sold on the marketplace, which you were selling. It was a Ram 1500. It had the Precision Pro Wash wrap on it and the skid on it. And I remember texting you. It was 11/11 of 2020 in the morning. And I said, hey, my name's Isaiah. I really want to buy that truck that you have posted for sale. I want to send you a deposit and secure my interest in it. And I'll fly from Seattle to pick it up and then I'll drive it back home. And it was like, not even 30 minutes later, you text me back saying, oh, dude, I'm in Seattle right now. And I was like blown away, like, oh, no way. So I took like an extended lunch from my job. I drove out to Bellevue and you were meeting with John and we had lunch.
Yeah, I was doing the sales boost on site. I was out in Seattle, which is crazy. So this just lined up. This was definitely just a gift from God. But yeah, I'm out there doing the sales boost on site, get this message. And I'm like, oh, he's in Seattle. I'm like, shoot. So I messaged you right back. I'm like, hey man, we're out doing quotes right now.
Yep.
And I was like, let's meet for lunch.
Yeah. And then on my way there, I was talking to my uncle and there was a lot of stuff going on in the conversation because there was a lot of things going on in my personal life at this time too. It was a really huge transformative time of my life. And one of the things that my uncle brought up was that his business partner wasn't ready to start a franchise with his business yet. So I was kind of like already driving out there, and then all of a sudden he gave me that news, and I really didn't know what I was going to do at that point. And we sat down, and I just was completely transparent with you about where I was, and it was like everything perfectly lined up because I needed a business and a franchise, and you had a business, a franchise, and a truck, and we met and made.
Well, let's be clear though. So it's not a franchise, right? It's the licensing, licensing agreement. But the cool thing was like we met for lunch, and I wasn't even like pushing the licensing on you. I'm like, yeah, we got the truck and everything. And I think John was like, don't you have a licensing program? And it's more like a membership, you know what I mean? That you kind of, became part of. And so you get the brand, you get the logos, you get the flyers, you get all that. But I think John was the one who kind of was like, don't you have a licensing program? And you're like, wait, what's this?
Yeah, no, it kind of just naturally came up in the conversation. It wasn't even like that was the mission.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, pretty much that's what I wanted to do right away. I don't think I waited very much longer before I flew out there and met you at the office and started driving the truck back. And really the whole time I was there too, I'm just plugging into the systems that you have going on in the office, the flyering, the company culture, and like the tracking of the leads and just everything that you had going on. And it just seemed so doable. I was driving around in my hometown looking at all the opportunities for exterior cleaning, and it was just a no-brainer. So jumped in 2 feet, and that was November 2020. I picked up the truck at the end of November, and then I quit. My last day working at my job, I was so committed, was December 24th, Christmas Eve of 2020. And then January 1st, it was just boots on the ground, and we did like 20K our first month through Home Advisor.
20K first month.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about that a little bit, because some people on this call right now are like 20K their first month. Like I know when I started in 2006, I was lucky to do $5,000 in a month, right? So you just jumping into it, you took the sales boost program and you just kind of implemented, the marketing. You went all in on the marketing. You had the logo, you had the backing. So where was that? Like, where was your mindset? You had the confidence, I think, going into that too, right?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, it was 100% confidence because knowing that Precision Pro Wash was a national brand, it really came down to sales. I was able to sell that, we have the backing of a nationwide reputable company and service provider that I'm now offering here in my local neighborhood as an owner operator. So people saw a lot of value in that, and we had a lot of we already had an established reputation here that people could verify by looking up. So it worked out really well. And then also I have to give credit to Michael Knopf with Sound Pro Wash, because we went out and did some quotes together. The first day we met, we had lunch and we went out and did this really big mansion out in Tacoma. and we nailed that job. And it was like a 5K job, just over 5K. And then we also nailed the neighbors. So we split it half and half, and we both helped and took care of the job. And it's been like the start of a really great partnership ever since. So just having the right people to show me what's possible out here in this industry is really what led to my success. And not being a, oh, I'll do it myself type of guy, or just being so hard-headed that I don't take advice. I'm very much the results I'm creating is very much a result of me just taking the advice and implementing. That's really what it comes down to. So
yeah, no, I mean, you're dead on. And that's the power of community, right? In your network, in your area, nobody's per se competition. Like, we're all working towards a common goal, And I think when we market, like, everybody gets leads, because you always have that thing where I got to get 3 proposals. And so when you market and he markets and you guys work together, like, you both are growing amazing, and it's that partnership that leads to, hey, I can't get to this job, or, hey, this job is way too big for me right now. I got this going on. Can you do it? Right. And I want everybody who's watching right now, at the end of the call, you got a couple of jobs that just came in, like an 80,000. And what else did you get?
yeah, so we've been doing a lot of commercial campaigning, and right out the gate, like not even a week after I started this program that I came up with for our commercial reach out program, or whatever you want to say, we got some traction with meeting some area supervisors for the property managers, and with certain companies in this area, and we got an $88,000 job. It was 100K, but they took off the windows, and I'm glad they did, because I really don't like doing windows.
I love when that works out.
Yeah, so 88,000 for top to bottom cleaning for an apartment community. And then right after that, we got another $36,000 job with a separate community and property manager, all of which are going to be projects that we're moving forward with later on this year. And then we're just getting a lot of feedback from our commercial campaign right now, and a lot of interest. So it's been pretty good for us to be able to exceed our 50% year-over-year growth that we accomplished last year. We're probably going to exceed that this year for 2023.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love it. So I want to touch a little bit on, it was easy though, right? Like, it was super easy. You got the truck, like, jobs were coming in left and right. Like, employees were coming in, you started hiring. Like, it was butter, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely not. No, dragged through the mud pretty much. And even now we're still like, we're just making it out of the clear. Like, there's a lot of risk involved. There's a lot of stress and challenges. And that's one thing that I've found to be what becomes everyone's make it or break it is, just going back and getting into specifics. The first few months that, our truck worked really well, and then we started having some motor issues. And then basically we were driving around on a truck that had 2 cylinders of 8 working. And there was so much going on because of COVID that the mechanic shops were saying that the engines would be 3 months delayed. And so we were looking for a motor, and then finally we were like, all right, let's just put a junkyard motor in it. And so the junkyard motor was delivered to the place, but then the guy didn't want to get started on the job. So we were still driving around in this broken truck. And then it was to the point where we were getting towed up the hill in a broken truck to go, because it didn't have enough power to get up the hill. And
this is crazy. So let me stop you right there. I got to stop you right there, because you are like, this is the stuff, like, this is the crazy stuff that you, as a crazy entrepreneur, right, got a tow truck to tow the truck up these hills in Seattle to get to the job, to get the job done. Who does that? Like, who does that? No matter what, you're going to hell or high water. Isaiah, I got to give you a huge pound, bro, because not a lot of people would do that. They would become the victim, right, in this situation, and say, truck's only running on 6 cylinders, man. We can't do it today. Like, you know what I mean? But no, you were like, no, we're going to make it. We're going to get the tow truck. We're going to get it, and we're going to get that money in, and then we're going to fix it, and we're going to keep pushing forward. I can't tell you how many times that happened to us, where we went, I mean, we've probably had 6 transmissions go out in like 2 years, but you made it happen. So yeah, keep going. That's amazing.
The key was just to keep selling. Like if I would have just if I would have, in the back of my mind, knowing that my truck isn't operable and I can't get to these jobs, so why sell a job because I can't get there? And then I don't have an opportunity to make money on my schedule. That was what would have put me in the bind. So I think, you know, and it wasn't just I didn't use my brain to get out of this problem. Like we had weekly meetings, all of us as owners talking about what we could do in these situations, and then um, I think it was you that mentioned too, the U-Haul, renting the U-Haul truck. So that was something else we did when the truck was finally getting serviced. I took my skid off the back of it and kept it in my garage. And every week I would go out and I would just, I was obviously I'd keep flyering, I'd keep putting out yard signs. And so we get, our phone would be ringing and then I'd schedule all my leads between like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursdays I would wake up in the morning. I would go pick up a U-Haul and then I would drive it back to the garage, put the skid in the U-Haul, and then go do all my jobs that I sold Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I'd drop the U-Haul off and go back to selling for 3 days. And then this would just be a cycle that I would do for, I mean, my truck was gone for like 3 months. So I was pretty much running Precision Pro Wash out of a U-Haul for 3 months and we made it. Like the customers
Yeah.
side eye rolling up in the U-Haul wrap truck, but you know, we got through it.
Yeah. Luckily, that wasn't at like Sir Mix-a-Lot's house or anything. You know, it's like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, no, we were
That's
rolling by
funny.
that.
Yeah. No, but that's an epic story because how many times, you know what I mean? Like if we had trucks break down or we had to throw the skid in a U-Haul, right? Like that was me. We had to get it done. I remember we got so busy one time, we had 7 trucks on the road. I had to get a U-Haul for the 8th one, you know? And it is what it is. You get the work done, you make it happen. And you don't say to yourself, well, we can't do it, or, you know, the world's out to get me. No, you make it happen. And I think right on the other side of that, like that breaking you down, right, comes success, comes the hard lessons, comes the triumph of you saying, dude, if that happened, what can we do later on? Like, come at me, right?
Right.
And I know we had some hard conversations too on our you know, PPW calls. And it was, you know, it is what it is, you know, but you overcame it. And now look, right now, look at the skid you just got. Look at the truck you have now. And then what this year is going to bring, what next year is going to bring. So it's just cool to really see that. So, you know, in a new market.
I found the picture.
What's that?
I'm going to share a picture real quick of the U-Haul.
Yes, do it. Yes. There we go. Love that. Look at that. Yup, the first skid.
This was the cool thing because it wasn't wrapped on one side. So I could.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this is the U-Haul actually. If you look in the back window, you can see the writing on the back window. But yeah, we were
Yep.
on the U-Haul for a while. There's the other side.
Man. There you go. 1995. There you go. Man, that's amazing. Amazing. So yeah, you just made sure you parked that truck. Yep. Logo out, you know, out towards in towards the road, if you will, and blank slate on the outside, throw a magnet on that thing. Let's go.
I think I got a picture of us getting towed as well.
Oh man.
I don't know, somewhere on here. I'm not going to dig it out.
Yeah. But no, that's, you know, those are the things. So, with that being said, what were some of the things too, like knowing the numbers, you know what I mean? I know we talked about that, you know, for a little bit. It was like, what were the 3 things that you really had to track, in the beginning? And I know for sure it was like when the guys got there and when they clocked out to make sure you were making your money. But what were some of the things that you were really paying attention to, maybe your KPIs, key performance indicators in the very beginning? Or was it just like get work, put money in the bank? What did that look like?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of experience. I mean, my previous job, the lucky thing is I got a lot of experience doing overseeing the financials for like the stores. So what I used to do, I used to work at a major retail chain as the asset protection manager. And so I would basically monitor the store financials, monitor shrink, and then I would investigate like employees, for dishonesty or theft, and then I would also catch shoplifters. So like I kind of have some background in tracking certain things and how it reaches the bottom line. But to be honest, like it was really just go, get out there and sell. That's really what I wanted to master. Is just sales, and then production. Production was really important too, and that was actually one of the reasons why I was really attracted to starting Precision Pro Wash versus just my own companies, because we have all the systems in place. We have the production systems, we have the sales systems, and so I really could offer people an end result that I was proud to give, like both in terms of the service and the sales process, like something that people felt good about. The whole experience of them reaching out and getting a quote from us, and then having the team come out and seeing the wrap truck and the uniforms and just everything that goes with the flavor, the taste that we like to leave behind in our customers' mouths. It was attractive, and so that's really all that mattered to me at that point. And now I'm getting to the point where numbers and KPIs are really what is superseding the importance, because we already have the production, we have the service down. So now it's all about honing that in and dialing those numbers in and keeping your finger on how these are going to affect the bottom line. So
that's good, because you do like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say you do, right? You want to pull profit out of it, right? That's the whole name of the game. So if you're keeping those KPIs on, you know what I mean? You can pull a 30% net profit, right? And so it's just keeping your eye on the ball, looking at your leads, knowing where they're coming from, getting your marketing spend, right, down below 5% if you can, right? Now, it's a little bit different this day and age because we have to market a little bit more. I noticed on ours, we got our P&L and we were at 8% overall. But some people are at 20%, and you got to really define your marketing, know where your leads are coming from, what's your conversion rate, all these things. And so that's what you're focusing on now, is like pulling that net profit out, because if you don't, what happens? The company will eat it. So you got to keep your thumb on the pulse of your business with your leads report weekly, your P&L, your COGS. So yeah, keep going.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much where we're at now, is really trying to keep the value that we generate inside of the business. And we've grown a lot, and I that's what I wanted from the get-go. I didn't want to kind of grow slowly, but I think we're at the point where really, I mean, the work is coming in. So now it's just about systemizing the lead flow and just having the team to support the work that comes in, and then now I can sit back and just track numbers and make sure that the right plans are being executed. So
love that, man. So with that, when you became a member of PPW, you got Sales Boost for free. So tell me a little bit about that too, like Sales Boost coming for the first time, didn't really know. I don't think you knew about Sales Boost, right? Like you weren't even in this industry, and then you went full in. So talk about that a little bit. I mean, getting with all the other, members and stuff like that from the New York branch, Atlanta, Kentucky, Nashville, North Carolina. What did that look like for you?
It's hard because I feel extremely lucky. Like I don't really know any different than the highest caliber of this industry right now. Is how I feel. I stepped right in and I met you. So I didn't know about soft washing. I didn't know about roof cleaning. I just had the confidence in myself that I can learn anything and I can produce. So when I went to Sales Boost, it just it helped me feel secure that I'm in the right place, or confident that I'm in the right place with the right team of people around me. Sales Boost has grown tremendously just in the last couple of times that I've been there. This will be my third year going this year. I try to bring an employee by with me every time because it helps them understand the vision of the company and the company culture that we're looking to establish. And no, it's been a great experience. And the other owners, we all talk amongst each other when we need to, and to help each other out with different things. And The only thing it's missing is more branches out here throughout the nation. So
That's right.
yeah.
I know. Yeah, we talk about that a lot. We need some more out in Seattle. You know what I mean? So you got that camaraderie out there for sure.
Yeah, Seattle, Oregon, all around the Northwest and the mid USA. Like the more we can grow, the more we can come together and knock jobs out, and the more we're, you know, viewed as a credible service provider here in this industry nationwide. So
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we did that out in Tennessee. We had 5 branches out there. 5 branches came out and knocked out an $80,000 project, I think, in like 2 weeks. So like we're able to do that. We're able to go in with force, you know, and get these things done because they got time limits. And the quicker we're in, the quicker we're out. That's the best, you know. But yeah, man, we're excited. I mean, for you and what you got going on. You don't happen to have a picture of your new truck, do you, that you can show?
let's see.
Because that thing is sweet.
Yeah, we just finally got it back from the wrap space.
Yes.
I don't have one on my computer. It'd be on my phone. So I
Okay,
can't.
no worries. No worries. Yeah, I mean, people can go and see your Facebook page, and they'll be able to check out that new rig and new truck, which is amazing. Loving that. So kind of what is this year looking like for you? Like what's your goals? And I wouldn't say you don't have to put a revenue goal on there, but like what's your goals as far as like team members? What do you kind of look at doing this year?
Um, I So when I first started my branch, my year one goal for revenue was 655K. Again, I don't know anything about the industry. I just made some wild number. That's still on my board. I'm not saying I'll
Yes.
hit it this year, but I'm not taking that off my board until I hit that. And so, but realistically, I want to grow more than 50% this year. So
Yep.
that puts us just past 400K, a little bit more than 400K in revenue. I have to get the exact. But my goal is 500,000 by or after year 3. So
Yep.
I kind of have a shoot for the stars goal. I have a land on the moon goal, and I have as long I'm still moving forward, everything's okay goal. So
Yes.
if we break 400K, I'm happy. If we hit 500K, I hit my goal. And if for some reason we're able to just have some tremendous growth this year and I can actualize what I visualized, then that'd be amazing. So,
Agreed.
but
Yeah.
honestly, like team building, that's really where I'm trying to focus on is just having the right team in place so that we can take care of the volume that we're set to receive this year. So
Yeah. That's what it's all about, as you know, right? Putting the people in place, getting the right butts in the seat.
yeah.
That way you can focus on your zone of genius, you know? And I think, you know, for the people watching or listening right now, it's like, you got to have a plan. Like you have 3 plans, right? And your top plan, you're going to reverse engineer that. So you got 12 months, right? Maybe not as much in your area, right? You got what, 11 months, you think?
Things can get pretty quiet in December if you let them, but you can work all year round.
That's good. Yeah, if you let them, that's exactly right. If you let your foot off the gas, it can get kind of quiet. But with the marketing strategy and the marketing program, you know what I mean? You got it. You're reverse engineering it, and you have to build your marketing/business plan. So then you can literally put on your plan. Like, you know, we have an 8-foot by 4-foot one right out here that we know when we're getting our next service truck, next sales vehicle, right? Who's going to be in that seat? And you have that plan, your org chart, if you will, and then you build towards it so then you can achieve your goal. But if you don't have a goal and you don't have a vision board and it's not in your face, you're being reactive, not proactive. So with you, I know you're proactive. Like you're working on the website, you're working on the answering call. Like, what does that sound like when they answer the phone? Because it's all about the experience, right? Sending out the buyer's guide before you even show up, sending the seal. Like, we send a lot of documents before we even show up because this is a little hack, if you will. If your marketing is on point, your sales are easier. If your marketing is off point and your brand is off point, sales are harder. Now you have to keep, perceived value very high, and you have to build that on site. How can we do that before you show up to where they're like, where do I sign? Right. And we get that a lot because of, we're proactive. We do the things, the due diligence. We know who our customer avatar is. And I think you're dialing that in really well in your area, to do what you're doing. So yeah. I love that, man.
All the systems are there in place. So it's just a matter of me implementing. So I appreciate you for laying it out like that.
Yeah, man, that's it. So I appreciate your time this morning. Anything you want to leave anybody with that may be watching this that was like just starting out, they're ready to hop into exterior cleaning, or maybe they're ready, they're at $125,000 and they want to double this year. What would you kind of say to that person?
I guess you're your biggest critic, and you're in your own way of being able to accomplish what you need to. So like the access to information is more abundant now than ever, and you can also insert yourself into momentum. So if I feel like that's what I've done, and to anyone who isn't confident in a brand or is working in an area, and I'm not getting paid to advertise Precision Pro Wash right now, but if you're in an area and where you don't have a Precision Pro Wash brand around you, and you're looking to just grow exponentially, talk to Pat about getting into Precision Pro Wash and starting your own brand, because that's what I mean about inserting yourself into momentum. We have a massive movement going on, and you can help push that forward. And you still are you're still owning and operating the results that you produce. So, I believe in Precision Pro Wash, and I'm going to continue to use it as a vehicle to accomplish the goals that I have in my life.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for dropping some bombs here. They got a lot to go back in and review. It's gold. And yeah, man, we look forward to seeing you here at Sales Boost in a month.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, man. Well, have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, you too. Bye.